Listen up, my friends. Today we're diving deep into a topic that touches all of us, whether directly or indirectly. We've all encountered someone who's self-centered, manipulative, or downright toxic, a narcissist. But here's the powerful truth. You hold the key to their regret. You see, narcissists feed off of power, control, and manipulation. But the moment you realize your true power, your self-worth, your boundaries, your unshakable confidence, that's when everything changes. Today, we're going to show you how to stop giving them control over your emotions, your life, and your future. This is your moment to stop playing their game. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. So let's dive in, because when you harness this power, you'll not only make them regret their actions, but you'll rise above it all and step into your full potential. Are you ready to take control of your life? The narcissist mindset is driven by a deep internal need for control and validation. They constantly seek admiration, attention, and praise to feed their fragile self-esteem. Beneath the surface, they feel insecure and often struggle with feelings of inadequacy, which they try to mask by inflating their self-esteem. The need to dominate conversations, relationships, and situations comes from a desire to assert their superiority. Their world revolves around the need to be seen as special, unique, and above others. And they'll manipulate circumstances to maintain that perception. One of their primary tactics is to control those around them, either through charm, intimidation, or subtle emotional manipulation. They often use gaslighting techniques to make others question their own reality and second-guess their perceptions, allowing the narcissist to hold the upper hand. Validation from others is their lifeblood, and without it, they feel emotionally bankrupt. Their self-worth is not built on genuine self-love, but on the external admiration of others. If they aren't constantly affirmed, they experience a sense of deep emptiness and rage, often lashing out to regain the validation they crave. Understanding this mindset is crucial when dealing with a narcissist because it reveals their vulnerabilities and the tactics they use to maintain their control. Once you recognize their need for constant admiration and the insecurities that drive their behavior, you can better navigate interactions. Narcissists are often so consumed with their own need to feel validated that they become oblivious to the feelings and needs of others. This self-centered perspective means they view people as tools to elevate themselves rather than as individuals with their own worth and autonomy. This lack of empathy makes it easier to break free from their influence when you stop participating in their validation games. Setting strong boundaries is essential when dealing with a narcissist, as it protects your emotional and mental well-being. Narcissists thrive on the ability to manipulate and control others, and without boundaries, they will exploit your kindness, patience, and vulnerabilities. Establishing clear, firm boundaries sends a message that you are not an easy target for their tactics. This means not allowing them to invade your personal space, dictate your time, or dictate how you should feel. Boundaries ensure that your values, needs, and feelings are prioritized over their manipulative desires. One of the most important aspects of setting boundaries is consistency. A narcissist will test your limits to see how far they can push you. If you waver or back down even once, they'll see it as a sign of weakness and continue to press against your limits. By remaining firm and unyielding in your boundaries, you show them that you are not someone they can manipulate. Be clear about what you will and won't tolerate, and stick to your word no matter the pressure. This can be difficult because narcissists are skilled at guilt-tripping, gaslighting, and creating scenarios where you feel responsible for their emotions. However, you must recognize that their feelings are their responsibility, not yours. By maintaining firm boundaries, you reclaim control over your life, energy, and emotions. Over time, the narcissist will come to understand that they cannot dictate your actions or dictate how you respond. Boundaries protect your peace and ensure that you maintain your autonomy in situations where the narcissist seeks to impose their will on you. Narcissists thrive on emotional drama because it fuels their need for attention and control. By refusing to engage in their games, you take away their power. Narcissists often provoke others to elicit an emotional reaction, whether it's anger, confusion, or distress, because it gives them the validation and satisfaction they seek. They enjoy manipulating people into emotional turmoil, feeding off the energy created by these reactions. When you refuse to engage with their provocations, you deny them the emotional response they crave. Engaging with a narcissist in their emotional games only strengthens their hold over you. They may twist your words, belittle your feelings, or try to create confusion in an attempt to keep you off balance and distracted. By staying emotionally detached and refusing to play their games, you demonstrate that their tactics no longer have an effect on you. Narcissists count on their ability to control the emotional atmosphere of a situation. When you stop reacting, they lose the ability to manipulate you, and they begin to realize they no longer have power over your emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or being cold, but rather taking control of your emotional responses. You can remain calm, composed, and assertive without getting caught up in their drama. You have the ability to choose how you respond to situations. And when you stop reacting emotionally to a narcissist's manipulative behavior, you regain control over the interaction. The more you refuse to engage, the less power the narcissist has over you, and the sooner they begin to realize their tactics are ineffective. Focusing on your self-worth is one of the most empowering actions you can take when dealing with a narcissist. Narcissists often prey on people who lack self-esteem or who are seeking external validation. They know how to exploit insecurities, making you feel small, unworthy, or incapable in order to assert their dominance. When you prioritize your own sense of value and self-respect, you stop falling victim to their manipulative behaviors. Your self-worth comes from within, not from their approval or recognition. This means recognizing your strengths, achievements, and unique qualities without relying on their affirmation. Narcissists often try to diminish others by belittling their successes or pretending to be the source of all praise. But when you internalize your worth, you become immune to their attempts to make you feel inferior. Instead of seeking validation from a narcissist, you can stand tall in the knowledge that your value is inherent and unshakable. Building self-worth also involves setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift and support you. When you are secure in who you are, you will stop allowing a narcissist to dictate how you feel about yourself. This shift not only helps you resist their manipulation, but also frees you from their emotional grip. It empowers you to recognize that you don't need their approval to be happy, successful, or fulfilled. You are enough just as you are, and no narcissist can take that away from you. Using silence as power is one of the most effective strategies when dealing with a narcissist. Narcissists thrive on attention, and when you engage with them, especially in emotionally charged situations, you are feeding their need for validation. However, when you choose to remain silent, you take away the one thing they crave the most, your emotional response. This silence can be a powerful tool to disrupt their manipulative tactics and force them to confront their own behavior without being able to control or manipulate your reactions. Silence creates discomfort for a narcissist because they rely on constant engagement and attention to maintain their sense of importance. When they are met with silence, they are left with nothing to feed on. They may try to provoke you, escalate the situation, or resort to guilt tripping to get a response. But if you remain firm in your silence, they lose control over you. This quiet resistance is a way to regain the power dynamic, showing them that you will no longer allow them to dictate the emotional tone of the interaction. Moreover, Silence allows you to maintain emotional distance, giving you time to reflect and protect your mental and emotional well-being. It also demonstrates your self-possession and the fact that you no longer care to engage in their drama. Over time, narcissists will come to realize that their usual tactics of manipulation no longer work, and they may attempt to break the silence with apologies or promises. However, the longer you maintain this silence, the clearer it becomes that you are no longer interested in their empty words or false promises. Letting a narcissist face the consequences of their actions is a critical step in breaking free from their manipulation. Narcissists often operate under the belief that they can do whatever they want without facing repercussions. They tend to avoid accountability, using others as scapegoats or shifting blame whenever things go wrong. They may manipulate situations to ensure they are never the one to be held responsible. However, by allowing them to face the natural consequences of their behavior, you take away their ability to avoid responsibility and continue their cycle of manipulation. When you stop enabling them, whether by covering up their mistakes, excusing their behavior, or tolerating their toxicity, you create space for them to experience the results of their actions. For example, if they are rude, disrespectful, or dishonest, don't protect them from the fallout. Let them deal with the consequences of their actions, whether it's losing a relationship, a job opportunity, or respect from others. When the narcissist is forced to face the reality of their behavior, it can shake their sense of control and challenge the grandiose self-picture they've built. Letting a narcissist face consequences is not about seeking revenge. It's about creating an environment where they cannot manipulate others into shielding them. It's about no longer accepting their distorted version of reality and allowing them to deal with the results of their actions. Over time, this forces them to confront their behavior, and if they are unable to escape the consequences, it can cause them to reflect on their actions, something they are typically unwilling to do. Being unpredictable is a powerful strategy in dealing with a narcissist because it disrupts their sense of control and keeps them on edge. Narcissists thrive on predictability because it allows them to manipulate situations and people to their advantage. They often expect certain reactions or behaviors from others, and when you break the pattern, it throws them off balance. This unpredictability prevents them from anticipating your next move, forcing them to constantly reassess their tactics. By being unpredictable, you don't give them the emotional responses or attention they rely on to feel validated. For instance, instead of reacting in the expected way when they try to provoke you, you might choose to remain calm, indifferent, or even respond in a completely different manner. This keeps the narcissist guessing, and over time it becomes more difficult for them to manipulate or control you. They will no longer be able to use their usual tricks because they can't predict how you will respond. And finally, I'd like to turn your attention to radio programs again. Being unpredictable also means asserting your own needs and desires in ways that surprise them. You don't need to follow their script or meet their expectations. Instead, you choose to act based on your own values and what is best for you, not them. This shift in behavior makes it harder for the narcissist to maintain power over you as they realize they can no longer anticipate your reactions or manipulate the situation to their advantage. Stopping the search for validation from a narcissist is one of the most liberating actions you can take. Narcissists are expert manipulators who thrive on making others feel dependent on their approval, attention, and affirmation. They often use tactics to make you feel as if their validation is crucial for your happiness and success. They may withhold praise, belittle your achievements, or use conditional affection to make you constantly chase after their approval. By ending this cycle, you take back control over your self-worth and no longer allow them to dictate how you feel about yourself. When you stop seeking validation from a narcissist, you free yourself from their emotional hold. Your self-esteem and confidence no longer hinge on their approval. This shift can be difficult at first, especially if you've been conditioned to seek their validation for a long time. However, the more you focus on validating yourself, acknowledging your strengths, accomplishments, and inherent worth, the less impact their behavior will have on you. When you no longer care about their opinions, you break free from the constant need for external affirmation. You become less vulnerable to their manipulation because you no longer depend on their approval to feel good about yourself. Your sense of worth becomes independent of their behavior, and you gain the power to act based on your own values and desires, not their demands. Once you surrender, you gain the power to act. When you begin to accept and cherish your values, together there's strength. As a result, the narcissist's attempts to control you through validation lose their effectiveness, and they may begin to realize that their influence over you is slipping away. Letting your actions speak is one of the most effective ways to make a narcissist regret their behavior. Narcissists are often all talk, full of promises, grandiose claims, and empty words, but they lack the follow-through to back up their assertions. By focusing on your actions, you show them that you don't need to engage in their drama or seek validation from them. Your success, growth, and resilience will speak volumes without you needing to say a word. When you let your actions do the talking, you demonstrate that you are in control of your life and that their manipulation doesn't have the power to derail you. Narcissists often expect others to cater to their desires. But when you act in a way that prioritizes your own well-being, goals, and values, you take away their ability to influence you. Whether it's excelling in your career, building stronger relationships, or finding peace without them, your actions show that you are capable of thriving without their interference. The second lesson pattern is freedom, and is one of the major indicators of your rising tide of personal prosperity. Moreover, narcissists are often shocked when they see that you don't need their approval to achieve success. This can lead to feelings of frustration and regret on their part as they realize they can no longer control or dictate your life. As your actions continue to speak louder than their words, they may begin to recognize that their attempts to undermine you have only propelled you forward, leaving them in a position of regret and insignificance. Your success becomes the ultimate form of revenge, proving that you are far better off without them. Moving on and flourishing is the ultimate step in making a narcissist regret their actions. Narcissists often believe that they are indispensable in the lives of others and that their manipulative tactics will always keep people around. However, when you walk away from their toxicity and continue to grow without them, it sends a powerful message that they no longer have a place in your life. Narcissists thrive on control and validation, and seeing you move on successfully without their influence shakes their sense of superiority and importance. Flourishing in all areas of your life, emotionally, professionally, and personally, proves that you are better off without their manipulation and toxicity. As you grow, thrive, and build a fulfilling life, you show that you don't need their approval or presence to be happy or successful. This visible success becomes a constant reminder to them that their hold on you has been broken, and that their efforts to undermine or control you have failed. The more you flourish, the more the narcissist will be forced to confront the reality that they no longer have the power to disrupt your life. They may even begin to feel regret as they realize that they missed their chance to treat you with respect and that their actions pushed you away. In the end, moving on and flourishing is the most effective way to prove that you've taken control of your life and no longer allow a narcissist's toxic influence to define your future. In conclusion, remember this: a narcissist's power over you only exists as long as you allow it. By understanding their mindset, setting strong boundaries, refusing to engage in their emotional games, and focusing on your own self-worth, you take back control. Silence, unpredictability, and letting them face the consequences of their actions disrupt their ability to manipulate and keep you in their grasp. When you stop seeking validation from them and let your actions speak for themselves, you show them that their influence is powerless. Finally, by moving on and flourishing, you not only prove to the narcissist that you are better off without them, but also reclaim your peace, happiness, and true potential. You hold the key to your own life. The moment you realize that you are in control of your emotions, your actions, and your future, the narcissist no longer has the ability to disrupt your peace or define your success. It's time to take that power back, step into your greatness, and let go of anything or anyone that no longer serves your highest good. You are worthy of happiness, respect, and love, and nothing should stand in the way of you becoming the best version of yourself.